Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to somewhat of a tech review, if you will. I shoot on a multitude of cameras, one of which is the one I'm shooting on now, the Sony RX100 Mark V. Now, I love the Mark V. It's a great point-and-shoot pocket camera with a 1-inch sensor. It's much better than your GoPros or whatnot. Obviously, it doesn't have the ruggedness, but if you treat it well enough, it does give some great video. The only setback I have for this camera is that there's no audio input jack. You have two tiny stereo mics that are on each side of the pop-up flash in the center. And by golly, it picks up every bit of wind noise that it can. So today, we're going to try and mitigate that with some tiny little stick-on wind muffs, or dead cats, as some people call them. So we got a little bit of wind right now. I don't know that it's enough. It's not very windy today. But I would like to do a before and after, and then in between the installation of these. They're very simple. They just stick right on. It is going to be kind of difficult because the microphones are very, very small. On one side, it's butting up against the pop-up flash, which isn't terrible, but on the other side, it's between the pop-up flash and the pop-up EV, the electronic viewfinder, and so I have a very small margin to put this on, so I might actually have to trim it. Now, the stick-ons are actually pretty small themselves because they're meant for such tight spaces, but even that, I still might have to cut it with a straight razor to really get it finely, because I use both of those, the pop-up flash and the electronic viewfinder, so we'll see. But this is a before video. I'm going to see if I can get some shots with some wind noise. Oh, that should be a good one right there. And then we'll install, and then we'll come back out and do an after, if you will. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the video. This is what I'm talking about. You see the top there? They have these two little microphone ports, here and here. And they're very difficult. So, I found this camera, mic, windscreen thing. It's basically, these are double-sided on, they got sticky on both sides. And then you have these, which are your little muffs. They have a little grid, so in theory, you put that on there, like so, and then you place your wind muff on that like that, and then you do that twice like that, and you have some wind muffs. So we are going to try and install that. I got some mini tweezers. Side note, these tweezers right here are perfect for pulling out micro SD cards. This is one of those, like, you need super steady hands, and that is not me. I was terrible at the game operation. So let's just give it a splash here. I do have quite a few of these. I think it's a 10-pack I got, and I really only need 2. So, if I goof, I goof, and that's okay. I don't know if there's a specific way this should be put on, as far as facing in a direction. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I can open this up, and then I can open this up. Those are my two. Okay, so that's on there, and I think it's on there pretty good. So let's go ahead and put the other one on then. Turns out I'm a huge fucking nerd. My grandfather was a jeweler, and my mother always said that I'm a lot like him in the fact that I enjoy doing these tedious tasks like puzzles and taking small things apart and putting them back together. Boy, I don't know how this one's going to fit in there. I think I'm going to have to cut this one, because this does not, I mean it's on there, and I think I could probably get around it. Let's see. Okay, that wasn't terrible. When I open this back up, it's going to turn the camera back on, but that's okay. Okay, so now you can see kind of how tight it is of a space. Obviously, this one I kind of had to go a little bit over to the right, so it's not quite, I mean, it's not touching the microphone, but it's pretty close. Okay, put that down, doesn't get in the way. Put that down, doesn't get in the way. Okay, so now we want to take off this top. Okay. Exposing the rare earth minerals. Oh, the baby's awake. So I gotta do this quick. Let me pull her up real quick, make sure she's okay. Okay, she's just playing. Alright, so we just kind of grab all the hairs and stick it together. I'm kind of pulling it so that it's like the top of a troll doll. You remember the old troll dolls? I don't know, if you're born after 1992, you might not know what I'm talking about. But grabbing all the hairs together so they don't get in the way. And then we're going to just drop it on there. Okay, so as you see, they're on there pretty nice and snug. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to kind of do one of these. Sony's really good about focusing, so my assumption is that's, you know, pretty dead on focused. Okay, so I'm going to push these down a little bit. Kind of give them a good matting, if you will. We don't want to smush them with our fingers. We want to keep the funky hair looking thing, because that helps with the wind mitigation. Okay. So now that my camera has a funny hairdo, let's go out, let's check this. This is going to be the problem, is I don't use the pop-up flash very often. Sometimes I do, just as kind of a fill flash. I'll bounce it off the ceiling or something if I need to. And I don't really use this camera for photography as much as I use that camera for photos. But this EV, I do use the EV every now and then. So we're just going to have to make sure that... Okay, that's easy enough. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and we'll switch back over to this camera. We'll go back outside and we'll see if it's any better. Thanks, Revlon, for your mini tweezers. It took me forever to find tweezers that were this small, by the way. Just an anecdote there. Okay, so here we are. We have the wind muffs on, and we're just going to see if we can get some wind going to test it out. What do you think, Bubba? Is that funny looking? You see the little wind muffs on there, Bubba? Yeah, they're funny, huh? Kind of look like Daddy, huh? Black hair all over him. Yeah? Can you say hi to the camera? Can you wave hi to the camera, Bubba? Wave hi. 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 No? No hi? Hi. Hi. Love you. Say hi. Wave to the camera. Hi. Wave. Oh, you see the birdie? It's a crow. Oh, there's two crows. Yeah, the crows. There's two of them. Is that a murder yet? Or is it more than three? How many crows is a murder of crows? How many crows does it take to make a murder of crows? I don't know. Not getting a lot of wind here, so just kind of stalling for time. If you like the breeze, you like the breeze, Bubba? The wind blowing in your hair, is that funny? Is that funny when the wind blows in your hair? It's not the wind, it's Daddy. It's Daddy. 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 You say Mimi? Mimi. Who's the cutest baby in the world? Mimi. Who's the smartest baby in the world? Mimi. Okay. There you go. There's a little bit of a wind. A little bit of wind rolling through. Do you feel the wind, Bubba? Okay, well, I'm interested to see how these turn out. We'll see in future vlogs. So we got a couple of things coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned, my dudes. Say bye. Say peace out. Say see you later.